Joe Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today I am excited because we have a new character. While there is a history of zombie vipers and other toxically affected cobra troopers, the mole rat is a new design and a new character unique to Classified, and I'm super excited to open this figure up and check it out. We've got the older, well, not the newest older packaging, I guess, on the back. Runs down all the accessories and everything. And then you've got your QR code that may or may not lead to anything interesting. As of this recording, it still just takes you to Hasbro's website. So, cool picture on the front. If you don't know the backstory, these are infected by Dark Energon, which is all part of the new story going forward with Classified, with G.I. Joe, with Transformers, with the Skybound comic books that we will be planning to review on Audible Interlude, a G.I. Joe podcast, available wherever you get your podcast each and every Friday with live streams right here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. All right. I'm excited. I like this kind of stuff. It's weird, it's creepy, and to me it fits right in with G.I. Joe. And I like the fact that it's a built-in multiple looks in one figure. That to me is cool. That to me gives me reason to troop build, even though it's not, you know, it's not technically troop building. Oh, there's our nice grayscale interior, which look at that. That's fit for the front of a VHS box, I think. So there are enough different looks that I felt like I needed to have two of these. And that's, in general, the only way I'm going to buy multiples now is with that kind of reasoning. So there's our head. With the Dark Energon growing out, the zombified look, nice and grotesque and unpleasant. And then also you can see the protective gear that I guess just didn't do its job here. But we all know Cobra is not spending a whole lot of money to protect their troops. And this figure feels great. So we've got elements of Snow Job. In the thighs. The plastic feels really good though. All the joints are working nicely. It's got that same thick feel, so everything's a little bit chunkier. The protective suit feels like it has like weight and heft to it. It's got that thicker look. You can see right here the way they've designed the bottom portion to be sort of the protectors over the tops of the boots themselves. It looks like a military utility suit, if that makes sense. Got the Cobra logo on the arm. Got all these little like ports on here. So good use of the thicker parts there. The only thing, yeah, these are different arms from Snow Job. The only thing is I would say that the bottom part has a texture on it that the top part does not have. So once again, we have a look where I believe this should be a coverall situation, but we have a top and bottom situation. And I don't love it, but it's also fine. I would prefer it if that texture, well, actually, I would prefer it if the whole thing was smooth like this, because that would feel more like the sort of hazmat look they're going for. But one way or the other, I would prefer if the textures were shared by the top and the bottom. But also, it's not a big deal. Well, you know what? Now that I'm looking... Oh, okay. They have a clever workaround for that. So I was looking at the orange parts. The texture is present on the blue, so it is uniform. It's just that the orange parts are smooth. Aha. Very nice. Okay, cool. Cool. So that, yeah, you can see that texture is everywhere on here. Okay, that's great then. I take it back. That is perfectly executed and looks great and has the coverall look that I wanted. So let's get a little bit closer here and we'll take a closer look at the portrait, which you can see, quite nasty. I like the way the gear is designed around here. We've got the, I guess, water tubes here, and the respirator should hook up to the chest here. We've got the pouches that I thought were going to be independent, but they are attached to the torso. So if they're a little off-center here, which these are, I can try and move the torso over a little bit and get them centered up, but it's not a huge deal. The wrists are up and down, and of course swivel. I like this painted detail on the side here. And then of course the closure around the neck. Look at just the way the sculpt is just cracked and nasty looking. What a bad day this guy had. All right, so there is the mole rat, the base, the body. Let's take a look at the accessories that are going to give us the completed look and an additional look with use of a swappable head. Pretty decent amount of extra pieces, considering this is a regular priced item. I'm not saying this is a deluxe loadout or anything, but there is a lot of stuff in here, and that's pretty cool. Got a protective cardboard sleeve over his drill. All right, so we've got a respirator pack. No painted detail on this. Some would have been nice, but at the same time, it is all black, so I'm not super concerned about it. Let's get some more parts together here before we try to figure out how that goes on. I've got the lantern. Again, all black except for the exposed part here, which we'll take a closer look at in a minute. But really nice sculpt, looks cool. Oh, and it's actually hinged. That is cool. I didn't expect that. I honestly thought this was all just going to be one piece. So very nice that that is actually hinged, so you can get a little more dynamic posing out of it. Very cool. There is the aforementioned drill. That is it's a softer plastic, but it's holding its shape. Looks good. You can see we've got a socket here for something, so this will potentially attach. I've got a pistol grip with a blast effect. So I was kind of thinking this would go on the drill, but the drill must attach to something else. Oh, there we go. Okay. So anyway, here is a pistol, definitely a Cobra-looking futuristic type pistol. A little bent, a little softer plastic, but not rubbery at all. You've got the, I guess, sort of Geiger counter type thing. Some paint on the readout there, on that sphere, would have been nice. It looks cool. I like it as an accessory, but even just like some purple or red or something on that little screen would have been nice for that. And then we've got the full-on grip for the drill. That just pops into place like that. Pretty cool, wicked. I mean, ostensibly, this is for drilling into rocks and looking for energon, but also a potentially nasty device for combat, close quarters combat, if necessary. And I do like the paint on the drill bit. That's a nice touch. They could have easily left it all black, but they didn't. And we've got the hose that'll go on the mask. And finally, the alternate head. Great design. Those eyes are creepy. Just looks really, really good. I like this quite a bit. So, what we're going to need to do is pop this head off. Comes right off, no problem. Put our non-infected, non-compromised suit mask on. Get our backpack hopefully plugged in. Oh yeah, that plugs in really nicely too. Goes in all the way. It's contoured to the back. That is great. And then we'll plug into the side of the head. Now obviously, once you plug this hose in, if you can plug this hose in, there we go. Your head movement is going to be limited. I'm okay with that because that just looks really cool. And you do have a little bit of a range with it, but honestly, if you're wearing something this bulky, your head movement's probably going to be a bit limited anyway. So that's fine. And then we've got the hose that connects from the front of the mask to the chest piece here. I guess we'll put it on the chest first. And then plug it into the front of the mask. And obviously, again, that limits the functionality of the head even more. But it does just look really, really cool. If those hoses were much softer plastic, that would be great. But at the same time, then they probably wouldn't stay plugged in as well. I mean, there's give and take. This is a mass market retail toy, so we understand kind of what they're dealing with here. So on the backpack, you've got some storage. There's a clip over here, and there's a clip down here. And my guess is you can kind of choose what you put where. Looks like maybe... No, that's not going to plug in there. Does it make sense for the lantern? I guess the lantern can go there. I don't know if it's supposed to go there, but it does clip perfectly down there. And then you've got the pistol. Does clip there. I don't know if that's what's supposed to happen, but that's where I'm going to leave it for right now. And then our drill is going to go in that hand. And our Geiger counter, or our energon reader, or whatever you want to consider this thing, I'm going to stick in this hand. And consider that your geared up mole rat. That is really cool. I like it. I like new stuff in Classified. I think they did a great job creating something that feels very true to what we know of G.I. Joe and Cobra. Because even if you don't like the zombie head, you've now got this, again, kind of utilitarian combat trooper. You're go into the cave and look for whatever resource it is Cobra Commander needs. So either way, this figure works, and I think that's brilliant. Very well done. I'm not convinced this is where this blaster is supposed to go, but I'll mess around with that more later. But anyway, we've got one more thing we've got to check out here. So supposedly there are glow-in-the-dark elements here. It is daylight outside, so I don't know if I'll be able to get it dark enough right now. I will try again if this doesn't work, but let's take a look and see. So it is not showing up in the video hardly at all, but oh man, oh, I wish you guys could see this. Okay, it did not show up well in the video. I might try it again later, but it's pretty dark in here. The eyes and the energon and the lantern all glow in the dark and do it relatively nicely. They just didn't video very well for whatever reason. You know what? Let me go get my UV light. Okay, so let's take two. Here is, let me turn off the light, and then we'll see the UV light, and that'll bring out these glow features. Well, no, it really kind of doesn't, because it's now they're just popping up as... Oh, there you go. So you can see, you just got to charge them really well. So you can see how well those eyes glow. It's beautiful. And then the lantern. And then, of course, the energon. It's very interesting how they've done this. That they glow a traditional green color. That's great. But then under normal light are just the energon color. Very interesting. It gives it a kind of a weird radiation effect as opposed to a standard glow in the dark. But anyway, there you go. Awesome figure. I don't think I could be any happier with this mole rat. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. And until next time, remember, Cobra buys terrible protective equipment for their troops. Okay, and I'm back. Once again, G.I. Joe Classified is... I'm finding stuff beyond the initial review, so I opened up my second mole rat here because I want the two different looks. And what I've discovered is you've got this piece here, which is the hand grip. This thing is kind of like a multi-purpose power pack. So it's not just the pistol. You put on whichever attachment they need, and they're good to go. You'll see the drill bit's a little more bent on the second one I just opened, but so that is the full deal. And I feel like the Geiger counter, just that square at the bottom, seems like it should plug into something, but it just doesn't. And then looking at the backpack here, or at least it doesn't that I've found yet. Let me clarify that. Looking at the backpack here, the Geiger counter can also hang in the little hook at the bottom. I'm still not wild about, like, that just doesn't seem to work at all. That's obviously nonsense. That doesn't look good at all. So anyway, just finding more compatibility or more features in this figure as I mess around with it more. And they've got, I don't know if I pointed out the port that's in the barrel of the blaster. So there you go. Didn't want to miss that because I knew the comments would be coming in, although they're probably going to be coming in anyway because I'm sure there's something else I missed. I saw this notch right here, this slot in the front of his gear, and I was like, oh, can that? No, it doesn't at all. That's not even a thing. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and
smash that like button if you like Needless Things.